gonna read your mind today through the screen. Get ready, 3 mind tricks. We're starting with the first one. And what's really cool is at the end of this video, I'll tell you how you can read your friends' minds too. So the first trick, think of a number between 1 and 10. Got the number? Good. Multiply that number times 2. If you need your phone calculator right now, if you're pulling that out, that's totally fine. Okay, add 8 to that number, plus 8. Now that you're caught up, go ahead and divide by 2. Now take your current number and subtract the original number that you thought of, the 1 through 10 number. Current number minus 1 through 10 number. Okay, so that leaves you with an alphabet correlation. So first letter A is number 1, 19 is S. Does that make sense? Good. Go find your number that correlates with the letter, take that letter and think of a country. Any country you can think of that starts with that letter. Good, got it? So go ahead and take the second letter in that country's name and think of an animal that starts with that letter. Got it in your mind? Good, think of the color of that animal. So if I did my mind reading correct, you were thinking of a gray elephant in Denmark. So if I was correct, go ahead and comment below. If you were thinking of something else, let me know what you're thinking of, an eel, an eagle. I won't tell you how the trick works right now. We'll talk about that at the end. Let's jump to our second mind trick. Here's trick number 2, and it requires some fire, so don't do this at home. We've got 6 cards. I need you to pick one of the cards and focus on it. Say it 10 times in a row. You've got your card and you're focusing on it. Now I'm gonna shuffle these up here, but even if you wanna be fun, go ahead and comment what your card was in the comments below. I'm gonna shuffle these, and this is where we're getting fire. You still got your card? Look into my eyes and say what your card was. Okay, I've selected a random card to be burned. So let's go ahead and burn this card while you're saying your card that you picked. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so while your card is burning here, I'm gonna put the other cards down really quick, and let's see if we burned your card correctly. Your card's missing. What? So don't do that at home at all, please. Your parents will kill me. Do it some other way. This is our third mind reading trick, and it's another math type trick, but you get to pick any 2-digit number. So my example would be picking 23. Pick a 2-digit number and add those digits together. So if I picked 23, I would add 2 plus 3. Got it? So you've got your new number here, and I need to take your original number, 23, minus 5. Does that make sense? So take your first number, your 2-digit number, minus what those digits add up to be. So minus, my example, I get 18. So now you're gonna take this chart. If you're not with me, pause the video, do the math correctly, because when this works, it's really cool. So we've got a chart here. So you have your number and it correlates to one of these symbols down here. I want you to tap the screen on your symbol when you find it correctly. Tap the screen. When you tap the screen on your symbol, I was able to sense from your home to where I'm at right now, and I can tell you what your symbol is. Question. Did you end up with the magic bunny ears coming out of the hat symbol? Because if you didn't, you probably did the math wrong. No, you actually did do the math wrong, because I'm gonna explain the trick. This trick works just because it's multiples of 9. You have 9, 18, 27, and if you looked closely on the chart, actually, you could kind of see that they all lined up. It's any of these multiples of 9 here with the magic bunny hats. The math just works. That's why it's an awesome mind trick to play on your friends. Let's go back to the card trick. So your friends are gonna love this card trick because they're gonna be mind blown. They're not gonna know how you did it, and it works with multiple people thinking of different cards because all of them get replaced. Here's how it works. You have a 5 of clubs, 4 of diamonds, king of diamonds. It doesn't matter what cards you put out here, as long as you have the duplicates. The 5 of spades, we had the 8 of clubs and the 8 of spades. We've got the king, the jack, the 2, and the 4. They're just different suits, same number, same color, different suits. As the magician, you wanna have your friends focus on their card so hard, that's why I had you repeat it 10 times at least, so you forgot all the other cards that you saw and didn't realize that they got swapped out. Now, I randomly removed one of them. The fun thing you can do is hand out the deck, have your friends pick a card, but they can't look at it. Put it off in your pocket, throw it away, whatever. Make sure they never see that card again, because you're gonna lay out 5 cards, and magically you're gonna say the one that's missing was the card that they picked or that you selected. This mind trick's similar to the last one we did. It was math, and it's almost always gonna work. You have like a 90% chance. You have them think of a number between 1 and 10, you have them multiply it times 2, you have them add 8, you have them divide it by 2, and then you're gonna take their current number and subtract from the original number they thought of, the 1 through 10 number. And then that's gonna correlate to this chart, the alphabet. One letter represents A, random 26 is Z, and everyone is gonna get to 4 based on the math. Now you're gonna have them think of a country with D. So most people think of Denmark. There's also Djibouti, and there's also the Dominican Republic. I apologize if you live in those countries, but most people, just because of their mind, you're forcing them to think so quickly, they don't think of those other options. So now they're stuck with Denmark. You ask them for the second letter of Denmark, which is E, or one way you can also do it is say, go to the next letter in the alphabet, it's E. Think of an animal that starts with that letter. Most people think elephants, and if you're going quickly, you just say, what color is that animal? And you say, are you thinking of a gray elephant in Denmark? Most of the time you're gonna get people who say, what? The second guess you can guess is an eel. They're gonna say it's a green eel, or an eagle, a brown eagle. I'm gonna read a random piece of fan mail that came in this week, but last week I asked you to recreate one of my magical videos. Here's a few clips that you guys sent in.
If you don't like your shirt color, I don't like this one either. Ooh, I like this.
No, you can't even do that. It's not a rule. Yeah, it is. Even to the rule book. He cheated. He cheated. No. You know what? I give up.
So thanks for sending those clips in, and let's go ahead and read one piece of mail. Today's fan mail comes from Whitcliffe, Ohio. Oh, that's awesome. My son, Holden, 8, and my Charlie, 4, thinks you're pretty rad. I mean, we all think you're rad, like, you know. So, okay, cool. Here's the sleeping puppy. Boom, they drew a sleeping puppy. I think it's their puppy. They call him Bear. Anyways, that's from Brandy. Well, thank you guys for joining us. If you want to see a cool video here, click there or over there. Whoa. The heck?